What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a video on how I wired up these lights on my longboard. I'll play a clip real quick, and it's just a night ride of what it looks like, and if you're interested in doing this, I only paid $23 for this, and it's a pretty good price for the brightness and what you get. So hopefully you guys watched that video of me testing it out. Maybe it's playing now, but if you like that and you want that to look like your board, keep watching this video. So this build is going to be pretty simple in the parts list. Besides needing a soldering iron and some wires laying around and maybe a button, all you need is two parts. So one, I used a converter. I'll show a picture of it right now. Link is in the description. This converts your battery from, I believe it's 8 volts up to 50 volts, all the way down to 5 volts 3 amps. You want the 5 volts 3 amps if we're getting 5 volt LED strips. And that's the second part. I used 5 volt LED strips, 3 amps max, and I got 9 feet. I don't need 9 feet, but just in case one LED busts or a couple, I can easily just swap those out. So I'll show a picture up right now of this. Okay, so once you have those parts, both will be in the description below. If you just want to skip ahead and do this on your own, I'll provide a simple circuit diagram that shows you how you can build this, and that'll show up on the screen at some point. I'll figure it out in editing. So this is what the board looks like right now. I would say it looks pretty clean except for my first couple solders here. I had to cover them with hot glue because they were not sticking on there. And then as you can see, I decided to use a thinner wire, and that helped fantastically. So what I have wired in here, sorry about the shaky video. Let me just take this out actually. I'll probably cut that out, but right here, I have a little switch, turn it on, there go the lights. And they're just about the same amount of lights on each side. And I added 2 here, that's why I needed the soldering. You can easily just run your LED strip all the way around. I just wanted a little cleaner look, and I think it looks fantastic. Right here, I also have my little panel velcroed on here. It's just there for ease of use. Now, this one's not the best quality, as you can't show every light, but it works good enough for me. And I don't ride with it stuck on here, but it's just there so I don't forget it, you know. So for those of you who want to know what the inside looks like, that part is coming up right now. And those of you who want to just build it off of the circuit diagram, you can stick around and you can understand what that means a little better than this. Right now I have nothing tapped into the ESC, as I know some MIPA owners were curious about using the designated light port, but I couldn't figure that out as I got a new ESC because my last one broke. All right, so let's get this puppy out and show you its features. All right, so this is what the inside of my battery case looks like. Sorry about the shaky video, but this is actually pretty simple. So right here, we have the converter I was talking about. Now, I glued this in before I thought about making a video, but it's just sitting up here upside down. And if you can see right here, I had to carve a little bit out of the plastic enclosure. This part right here, it's cut down so that I could fit this in flush. So that's very important to do if you want to fit this inside your battery case. Otherwise, there's a ton of room. So from this, we have this black cable right here. This is what connects to the lights. This is the 5-volt out. And that's not the important one. Let me get that out of the way. I hot glued it in so it'd be not a pain in the ass to get it out every time. So now the important part is these 2 wires here. See this black one I'm holding and this red one coming out right here. Now I'll show you why. This red one connects all the way down here and goes to my switch. I do that so that whenever this is off, no power is going through this. I don't want any power going through this and causing extra drain. Now the other wire, from the switch, it comes back and I have it soldered directly into the red port of the XTC connector. So this step isn't terribly tricky. It requires some knowledge of soldering, but that's basically it. To do this, I completely disconnected my red wire, or my positive wire. I slid a heat shrink down, and I had this switch wire coming through the heat shrink as well. Then I just soldered back on the red battery wire, soldered the red switch wire directly to this, slid up the heat shrink, and it was perfect. This looks pretty professional to me, and I don't see how this could get any better. But if you don't have the switch in line with this, it means your whole system is going to always be online, and this will always be turned on. Now there is a switch on your little remote where you can turn off and on the lights, but that's the lights. Electricity can still flow, and I did not want that for my board. So here I'll add another diagram showing kind of how I did this. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that and understand that. So after you've seen that, the enclosure is all done. As you can see, I drilled, if you can see this, I drilled a little hole for my switch just so that it looks cleaner. And that's it. The only problem with this is now you can't replace this battery unless you desolder this whole part if you want to keep this system. Now you just connect your ESC wire, which goes through the board, back to your battery, and that's basically it. All you need to do now is connect your LED ports, or LED lights, I guess, and solder on your last wire. This came off the micro USB and the from the 5-volt 3-amp supply, and off of this, this is just the USB. I cut both off as there's only positive and negative wires, and I just soldered them directly together. So that's basically it. Let's power it on and show you it working with the guts open. I turned the brightness down just for the sake of this clip here, but as you can see, it all works. We have this LED controller. It's sticking out just a little so I can control it while I'm riding, connected to the 5-volt out. So if we follow the wire, it goes down here, down around, up and back, down into the 5-volt out. Oh, that's loose. Oh well, I'm gonna keep it in there. And from the battery, you have your switch, which, if you watch, turns it on and off, simple. And that goes right into the end of the 5-volt, or I guess the converter, from 40 volts, 50 volts I meant, to 5 volts. Before you finished everything, and this is sitting back on, make sure everything works. So let's power it on, use the little remote to turn it on, and everything works. Let's try a strobe real quick. Oh yeah, that works. Let's turn it off. And there you go. Now there are different places you could put this little switch. Doesn't matter where. Could be here, could be here. Could even be connected directly to this if you really wanted it to. But then it would be on while you're riding every time, and I didn't really find that as much as I wanted. I didn't really find that as pleasing as I wanted to pee. So that's basically it. The stickiness of these LED strips is strong enough to stay on the board. You don't need to worry about anything extra. And your whole system is up for 20 bucks. Well, that's just about it. It's gonna conclude my video for today. I hope you guys like this video. I would appreciate if you like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, just ask me down below in the comments. And yeah, I'm working on a new project for this, which requires, oh, there's some birdies, which requires a key system for your longboard. So hopefully I can get that figured out so only the people with the key can unlock it and enable riding. But we'll see how that turns out. I might not actually go through with that. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Roll the outro.